Mr. Bowtie's Texas High School Sports Machine is driven by Henry Finley and McCombs Ford West, a proud supporter of all area local sports. McCombs Ford West, simply the best. This feature is presented by Altitude Trampoline Park in South Austin, a proud supporter of all area athletics. Visit their location in South Austin or www.altitudeaustin.com.
The wolf climbing the hill is always going to be hungrier than the wolf on top of the hill, but I honestly think that we aren't on top of the hill yet, that when we win our next championship, that we're just going to want it more next time.
Hey folks, Mr. Bowtie here. Keep banging home that subscribe button on your screen so that way you can stay up to date on all the great high school and local sports coverage not found anywhere else. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter at Mr. Bowtie 1982. It's fast, it's free, it's ergonomical, and you're going to make my parents think I'm the son that they always wanted. Thank you so much and enjoy the show.
I'm out here. Uh-oh, Richard. Oh, wow. Wow. Will Smith just smacked the
Will Smith's slapping of Chris Rock, which so many people have wanted to do to Chris Rock over the years, may have been set up or fake, but it was a very good impression, actually, of the Dripping Springs girls soccer team this decade. They are 71-2-1 and have only allowed 19 goals this decade. Not only are they trying to become the first Austin area soccer team, boys or girls, to successfully defend a state title, they're trying to become the first one ever to go undefeated and untied.
That goal just kind of set us ahead in that game, which set us ahead this year.
Different from last year because now we do have a state championship under our buckle, and now we are one of the most dominant teams in Texas.
Riley Sisson's goal right before halftime in last year's 5A state final versus Frisco Wakeland completely changed the match, and the Tigers would eventually win the title, only the third in ATX girls or boys soccer history. It also changed the momentum of soccer in the Austin area. A year ago, not many people considered Dripping Springs as the top candidate to be the first soccer dynasty in Austin, but with 0 playoff losses in the 2020s and only 2 total, they are close to becoming dominant in Central Texas. And it all starts with junior goalkeeper Caroline Dill.
I think that shutting everyone out and shutting out for the whole title is like the same thing. I think that now it restarts.
Caroline's amazing. She's probably the hardest working person I know. I mean, she puts in extra hours when the rest of the team isn't. So, I mean, it's just a testament to her character that she just keeps getting better with every year.
Surrounding schools of the Austin area are like really feeling the pressure now, and the competition level is definitely increased.
Is it kind of more fun, though, that you guys have what everybody else wants versus trying to get to the top of the mountain?
There's a quote I love, and it's like, the wolf climbing the hill is always going to be hungrier than the wolf on top of the hill. But I honestly think that we aren't on top of the hill yet, that when we win our next championship, that we're just going to want it more next time.
Dill nearly didn't make it to preschool. At 2 months old, she was diagnosed with a rare condition called Severe Chronic Neutropenia, SCN for short, meaning she had no white blood cells. Nightly painful injections to her bones kept her going to age 5, but then she needed a bone marrow transplant to survive. She eventually got the transplant, but barely survived it and spent 3 months in the hospital before going home and received visits from such famous football players as Troy Aikman and Jason Witten. 10 years later, she won a state title, and now she uses her platform as MVP of the 2021 gold medal match to promote match registries for transplants.
It's definitely taught that, like, yes, I get scored on, but like, that's not the end of the world, and that there's always tomorrow, and that there's always a chance to be better, and that it's not the end if you get scored on or you lose a game.
Caroline is one of the most amazing people I've ever met. I would say that she's the most determined, nicest, most welcoming girl I've ever met. She never hesitates to tell you what you need to work on, and she also realizes what she needs to work on, and she's just an amazing player that always wants to get better.
My trainer, he definitely tests me to my limits, and I think that just for every game you have to be ready for that.
As Dripping Springs looks to add to and rewrite Austin area soccer history, Reporting from Dripping Springs, I am Mr. Bowtie.